So I'm guessing you're clicking on this video because you've got exams coming up somewhere in the next year, and I just want to congratulate you first for clicking on this video because you could have clicked on any other video, but this is something that would actually help you reach your goals, and I just want to congratulate you for thinking that far ahead and actually doing something that's beneficial to yourself. Adding on to that, I think you should watch this video fully. If you do, I'm sure you're going to find out something useful, and I'm going to give you some of my knowledge to hopefully help you reach your goals, and academically or sports wise. Saying that, full screen the video to make sure you're listening the whole way through, and they'll just make it easier for you to focus and actually understand what I'm telling you. So firstly, why should you listen to me? My name is Nikita, and I help young guys on their journey to reach their sporting and academic goals through self-improvement. If this sounds like a community for you, make sure you like and subscribe. It's a win-win for the both of us. So first thing you have to understand, if you're actually a sports performer and you're taking it seriously, just like I am, right? You're gonna have to swallow the fact that you're gonna have less time than other people. But that's not saying that you're not wasting a lot of it. If you think to it now, you're probably wasting a lot of time. You might not realize it yet because, you're still sitting on the toilet with your phone looking at crap while you're literally shitting. But there's so many times and pieces and little sections of the day where you are wasting time. You just don't know it yet. So, first thing you're going to have to do, you're going to have to cut out a bit of those distractions. That'd be deleting TikTok, deleting Snapchat, just using number to text people, putting your phone on color filters on grayscale so that nothing on your phone distracts you as much with all those colors coming out. But small things like that you're going to have to do to just maybe make yourself available a bit more so that you can actually put in the effort and study for longer. First thing I want to mention, if you're watching this video like it's intended to be, early, right? You've still hopefully got a while to go. So this is going to be really easy for you to start building a routine because you've got hopefully a couple months till your exams anyway. So make sure you build that routine. I want to see you firstly stacking habits on top of each other. That be you doing 2 hours in the morning straight away as soon as you wake up, or you have breakfast, you brush your teeth. As soon as you brush your teeth, you're going to do studying for 2 hours. You need to make sure you're doing that to build that habit and ensure that you don't struggle to force yourself to do something that's difficult. As soon as you start doing that often, you'll find it a bit more fun and easier. It's just starting. I promise you that first week is going to be hard, but after that first week, it should become routine. And yeah, you might skip a day, but if you think about it, you're still doing so much more than you would have if you're just wasting that time, right? In terms of learning content, you want to try and leave that at school. So actually pay attention in school if you can and learn the content there. So when you go home or when you're in your revision time, you don't need to learn everything from scratch because that's going to be time consuming, and at that point you're just wasting your time at school anyway. So try to learn the content in class, and then after class you can actually do the things that help you get the grade, because a lot of people just think that, oh, I'm going to learn it, yeah, I'll be fine in the test. But in the test, most of the time there's application, or in STEM subjects that are difficult like maths, bio, physics, chemistry, there's a lot of things that's difficult and different in the test, and the ways that you have to word things differently in the test for you to get the grades you want, for you to get the marks and keep getting them to get a higher percentage overall. So make sure, again, you're learning the content in class so that you can do the things that are more effective and keep that content in your brain for longer when you do stuff like past papers, flashcards, all of that. Now, my top hack, the best thing you could possibly do for yourself is starting past papers. If you think about it, why are past papers the best thing? Like, statistically, right, there's no other way that you do better in a subject than by doing past papers, unless your subject doesn't have any application. And what I mean by application is that it's just regurgitating information. Like, it's going to be a basic question like how the heart works, and you just regurgitate it. If you know it, you know it. Okay, cool. Those are easy papers, right? That's not what a lot of subjects are about. Application is you understanding the subject and applying it to a different context. So, sticking with the heart example in biology, let's say you've got a rat, and then it talks about a bunch of other things that the rat does, and then how does heart rate increases the question. Then you have to talk about everything that you've learned, but apply it to the rat and the situation that it's in. Or, I don't know, a predator prey. Maybe a predator's chasing, like a tiger's chasing something, and then its heart rate has to increase. Stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of ways that you don't get taught a subject, and that's why papers might feel so much more difficult for you than just doing flashcards. But in the end of the day, it's gonna help you, and I promise you that if you do every single paper in a subject in the spec. So, for example, I finished every single biology paper, every single AQA biology paper during year 13, and in school. That's like high school for you Americans, but I finished every single one from 2017 to 23. I am guaranteed to do good because I know how the mark scheme works. I've picked up those patterns that I see in the papers, and I see how the examiners give marks out. That is something that a lot of people don't even realize is essential, and it's quite bad. Like, people are learning, but they're not even learning what's they're going to be tested on or how they're going to be tested on it, which is why I think that those A-star kids you always look up to, thinking like, oh my god, how is it just so easy for them? It's because they do this hard work at home after school hours, right? So now moving on to pre-learning. Pre-learning is really important in some subjects. For example, I think it's essential in maths, right? If you pre-learn a topic at home from YouTube, then you've got a basic grasp on the subject, and now when you go into school, you're going to be asking less questions. And if the questions that you want to ask, maybe you still have some questions, right, after learning a subject. Now you have deliberate questions that you can ask to your teachers if they're, useful, because I know a lot of yous don't have very useful teachers. But you're gonna go into school, and you're gonna have a deliberate question you're going to ask teacher, and you're going to have something that you want to work on during that period, and it just makes your classes feel more purposeful without you going in, you having no idea what's going on, you coming out and you feeling like you still have to learn the whole topic. What I really praise as well is study groups. I think study groups are great for some subjects, again, like maths, where if you're cramming, or not even if you're cramming, because obviously hopefully you've got a bit of time until your exams, but if you build habits with a study group, it's a lot easier to keep to them because you've got other people to keep you accountable. So, for example, let's say that every day you tell each other, all right, we're going to start revising at 4 p.m. and we're going to come off at 9. Everyone's going to be there, they're going to join, and if you're not there, people are going to violate you for not showing up, right? You're going to get made fun of that you're not there. And that just makes you stick to that routine and schedule. And now you know that every single day, or every, I don't know, these 3 times a week, you have to be there and you're going to be doing work. And that's really important for maths compared to other subjects, because you can work together to figure out a solution, while in, I don't know, a content heavy subject like psychology, you don't really need other people there to know the answer. I don't really feel like you're doing something, you're writing an essay. It's not something where you can interlink ideas as easily as maths. So I hope this video helped you. Make sure you start building those habits now so you don't have to give up anything when you go to exams, and you'll be a lot more confident in class. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.